There's a kind of afternoon that feels like nothing special while it's happening. An ordinary drive, an ordinary errand, a plan to see someone later after a quick stop along the way. In the autumn of 1955, James Dean had exactly that kind of afternoon ahead of him. He had just finished work on a film. He had a new car he was excited about. And he had plans, small, ordinary plans, to meet up with people he cared about, to talk, to laugh, to simply be together. Before he left, he made a phone call, a short one. He told the person on the other end that he'd see them soon, that they'd talk more then. Nothing urgent, nothing that felt like it needed to be said right away. He never made it to that conversation. What's remembered by the people who knew him isn't just the loss. It's the ordinariness of that final afternoon. There was no warning, no sense that anything was different. Just a young man driving toward a conversation that felt like it could wait. Friends who knew James Dean often spoke about how present he was, how he had a way of looking at you when you talked, like what you were saying actually mattered. And yet, even someone like that left things unsaid, plans unfinished, conversations postponed, just slightly, just enough. That's the quiet truth at the center of this. Not that James Dean did anything wrong. He didn't. He simply lived the way all of us live, assuming, without ever really thinking about it, that there would be more time. Maybe you've felt that too. Maybe there's a conversation you've been meaning to have with a sibling about something that happened years ago, with a friend about how much their friendship has meant to you, with a parent or a child about something that's never quite been said out loud. And maybe every time you think about it, there's a small voice that says, "Not now. There's time for that later." And so far, that voice has usually been right. But it isn't always right. This isn't meant to frighten you. It's meant gently, like a hand on your shoulder, not a warning bell. Because most of us don't need fear to remember what matters. We just need a quiet reminder every now and then. And here's the reminder. The people in your life right now, the ones you'd call if something happened, the ones whose voices you'd recognize instantly on the phone, they are not guaranteed to be there forever. Neither are you for them. That's not a sad fact. It's simply a true one. And true facts, when we let them in gently, can change the way we spend an afternoon. Maybe it's time to have that conversation you've been putting off. Not because something is wrong, but because it's right. Because it deserves to be said while it can still be heard. Maybe it's time to tell someone what they mean to you, not as a goodbye, but as a simple truth. I've been thinking about you. I'm grateful for you. I love you. These words don't need a special occasion. An ordinary afternoon is enough. In fact, an ordinary afternoon might be exactly the right time. It's never too late until it is. And most days, it isn't. Most days, there's still time for one more conversation, one more visit, one more "I love you" said out loud. James Dean was 24 years old, with an entire life of conversations ahead of him that never happened. We can't change that, but we can let it remind us gently of our own conversations, the ones still waiting. If you're watching this tonight, maybe someone's name just came to mind. Maybe that's not a coincidence. So take a slow breath, and maybe today or tomorrow, finish that conversation while there's still time to.